Today's drink of choice is an iced matcha latte, maple syrup, my favorite combo. We're gonna mix it all together, and you know we got the best of both worlds. And there is the perfect matcha latte. Tastes like sweet grass, exactly how I like it. Hi beautiful, welcome to the very first episode of a potentially new series I have yet to name. This is going to be the show where we catch up on everything launching in beauty almost every week. And I know that sounds very familiar. Most of you are aware of my monthly, weekly beauty critique series where I share with you my hot takes and opinions about the newest launches. But this week I kind of wanted to separate them and do something different. So I'm not going to share with you my first reactions, hot takes, and opinions, not yet at least, because I want to hear from you guys first. So I'm going to share with you all the launches, everything about them, and then next week I'm going to come back with a full update and talk about my opinions and everything you said in my usual beauty critiques videos based on your comments. I hope that makes sense. So this is going to be just like a spitfire of all of the newest launches, and then the next video is going to be the actual beauty critiques. I'm also debating on calling this series like a weekly beauty recap or something similar, or I might just call it beauty critiques like the other one and just have like beauty critiques part 1, part 2. I don't know. Let me know if you have an opinion and if I should separate the name or keep it the same show. I'll read your comments and we'll go from there. And I know there's a lot of products to talk about, so I would say just pick 1 or 2 launches that you feel the most strongly about and leave a comment below. Anyways, we're gonna start with drugstore makeup because I feel like this year has been wild for drugstore makeup, and this new launch is not an exception. L'Oreal just dropped 3 new products at Ulta, and I do have my opinions that I will keep to myself for now. We'll keep it a secret, not to influence your opinions yet. First up is their tinted balm foundation. It's supposed to be a light to medium radiant coverage, formulated with 80% skincare ingredients, of course, 12 shades, for about $17.99 USD. Then there's the tinted balm embellisher, which is honestly just a fancy way of saying a sheer cream blush. Also a skincare first formula available in 4 shades. But the one that really got my attention is their cushion foundation. Now, drugstore has tried to tap into K-beauty inspired cushion foundations before, and in the past, I don't believe it really sold that well. So I'm genuinely curious if this second wave is going to be different because tear. Is that you? It's apparently going to be a matte coverage formula, claims to be weightless, lasts up to 24 hours, transfer resistant, waterproof, sweat resistant, all of the things, okay, that they can throw in the little marketing blurb. And it comes in 20 shades, which I feel like is kind of slacking. I believe Tear has more shades now, but it is drugstore, so they can only have so many shades in the store. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think of any of these launches. I'm curious to see if this is going to kick off the launch of more drugstore foundations or if it's just going to be a temporary trend. Let me know. Now, I don't know what's going on over at Essence, but they have launched a load of products at Ulta, so much that I genuinely cannot cover all of it. So here are the ones that I personally feel like you might want to know about. Number 1 is the Radiant Light face palette, and of course this is giving Hourglass dupe, but it's $10.99. Just like the Hourglass palette, it's a 4-in-1 highlighter, blush, and bronzer. The only thing that is missing is the finishing powder, but for $10.99, I mean, I can't complain. I don't even really use the finishing powder. And then they also launched their microblading brow brush. That's a mouthful. Brow brush liner for only $5.99. It's going to launch, or has already launched, in 5 shades: soft blonde, light brown, neutral brown, and dark brown. It has an ultra fine brush tip to give you hair-like strokes. And personally, this one does intrigue me because it's very similar to the NYX brow pen I love, and it's half the price. I believe Essence has 0.02 ounces and NYX is 0.03 ounces, so not that big of a difference. It is really hard not to share my opinions straight up, but let me know if you think that this product or any of these Essence products are worth a shot. And if you've been looking for new makeup brushes, or specifically an all matte eyeshadow brush set, you're gonna want to keep an eye out for what else has dropped in drugstore makeup, or at least I consider it drugstore makeup because the price is lower. Morphe is adding to their Chrome Plus eyeshadow collection, and and this time they dropped 3 new 6-pan all matte palettes for $16 each. Understated is giving neutral and cool toned mattes. Tailored Nudes is warm with rich mattes, and Mauve Mode is soft pinks, mauves, taupes, and plums. They've also launched 5 new eyeshadow trios for $13 each. The first shade is Tool Order, and it is for your soft matte pink moment. Jean Spirited gives you a neutral matte and metallic gold, which I feel like is kind of unique. Cut to the Lace comes with matte beiges and browns with a molten duochrome, and Jewel Intentions has a matte plum metallic white with purple tones. And in addition to all of that, they have also launched more brushes, which has this whole coffee theme going on, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love it. You know I love my coffee. Ice Mocha is a 4-piece face brush set for $30. You get a small domed brush, a concealer brush, powder brush, and a rounded cream and liquid brush. And the Oat Latte set is a 5-piece face and eye brush set for $35. This comes with a medium pointed powder brush, slanted bronzer brush, paddle eyeshadow brush, and rounded blending brush, and a makeup sponge. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot of new launches, and Morphe is really kicking out the new products, but I do have to say, Morphe's rebrand might be working on me, and I was really excited about this one. Let me know if you would buy it. Okay, y'all. Now we're jumping from drugstore to luxury territory, so I'm gonna need you to take a deep breath, brace yourselves, and get your keywords ready, because you're set to give me your money. They just launched a brand new setting powder, which is fine. Described as an ultra matte loose powder, it's supposed to smooth the skin and color correct, transfer resistant, and apparently waterproof. Gonna be available in 5 shades, but get this. We know that Dior is expensive, but this is by far the most insane price for a powder I have ever seen. $98. $98. Let me know, would you pay $98 for this? If it works, would you pay $98 for this? Because I don't know if I would. I can already read the comments. Then we have Anastasia Beverly Hills and their newest shade of the Magic Touch blush. Now this shade is called Purple Palace, a trio of pale pink and purple cream blushes. If you remember last week when we talked about Patrick Starr's transition blushes, this is very much giving a similar energy, except ABH is not trying to trademark transition blushes. And honestly, I kind of feel like this could be a moment for ABH to collab with Painted by Esther, because this launch is screaming transition blush. Like, these colors, the actual like campaign images remind me a lot of Paint by Esther and her makeup style. I don't know. Do y'all also think that ABH should be giving Painted by Esther her flowers for this one? Because it is looking pretty similar to me, not gonna lie. Now, if you are a fan of Chappell Roan, MAC Cosmetics has finally delivered. They just launched an official collaboration as part of their Viva Glam collection, and it's limited edition. And they usually mean it when they mean limited edition. You've got a non-sticky gloss in Damsel, which is a plum shade with golden shimmer, a silky matte lipstick in the shade Unnatural Redhead, which is a cherry red, and their luster glass sheer in the shade Roan of Arc, a medium plum. And as always with Viva Glam, 100% of the proceeds goes directly to charities championing MAC's mission of gender, sexual, racial, and environmental equality for all. I personally love these campaign images. I think they're breathtaking. I'm also a fan of Chappell Roan. I love her music, and the colors are screaming my name. Like, just the red vibe. Ugh. And it's not like, it's more of like a bricky kind of orange red, not like the typical bright reds you see a lot in the past Viva Glam collections. So I'm definitely gonna check these out. Wait, hold up. No, I'm not supposed to give you my opinion. This is gonna take some getting used to. Maybe this was not a good idea. Anyways, what I was trying to ask is if you are a Chappell Roan fan and if any of these products interest you. I need a break. Now let's move on from makeup to skincare and body care. The next launch is from one of my current favorite skincare brands, Astora. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's a K-beauty brand. I firstly tried about 3 of their products and they work really well, not only for dry skin, but my oily and dehydrated skin. Their new launch is going to be a cooling, soothing water cream. It's already available at Sephora, and it says it has a patented ceramide blend to fill moisture gaps in sensitive skin. I don't fully know what that means. but it just sounds like it has ceramides. Capsule technology to keep those ceramides locked into the barrier longer. Okay, so ceramides helps with maintaining your barrier and compressed hyaluronic acid for deep moisture absorption. All of that for $32, available now at Sephora. I don't know about this new launch, but I've only had good experiences from their past products. I actually use their cream mist every single morning and night, and I absolutely love it. I have their lotion. I love that. I've tried their cream. It's a little heavy for oily skin, but I also love that, and it's by far one of the most hydrating skincare lines I've ever tried, which is why I chose it. So I would be interested to see how this feels on the skin, and it does look like it's something better for oily skin. So if you've ever tried anything from the brand that you think that I definitely need to add to my wish list, let me know. All right, we've made it to body care and fragrance. I'm not really the biggest body care fragrance person. It literally pains me to have to put lotion on my legs after I shower. It is so much work. I've been trying to do it, and I haven't reached that level of like my beauty routine. My beauty routine is already excessive. So adding more lotion, it's just a lot. Anyways, this week I am noticing a trend in body mists. They are usually cheaper to sell. They have a lighter, more gentler fragrance profile, usually not profile, but like they're not as strong, and it's usually, when I think body mist, I do think of a younger audience, but it's smart, I feel like, for brands to repackage and resell their most best-selling perfumes and put it into body mist. But let me know if you think it's genius or just like totally unnecessary. Would love to hear from you. Now, we've already talked about Marc Jacobs Beauty in the last beauty critique videos, but they are another brand that's expanding into body perfume mist. So for $39, you can choose from 4 different scents, all with the signature daisy packaging. Vanilla Gourmand, which is a lemon, essential oil, coconut accord, and vanilla. That smells like something I would like, actually. I have to smell that in store. Tropical Glow, pineapple pulp, jasmine, and creamy macadamia. I'm not sure about the pineapple, so I'll skip that one. Mandarin Fizz, Mandarin Essential Oil, Pink Grapefruit, and Maracuja Accord, and Lemon Spritz, Lemon Essential Oil, Strawberry, and Pink Lemonade. Ooh. Okay, summer. That sounds like a very summery scent. Honestly, overall, I think the scents of these sound incredible, but it's $39 for a body mist. Worth it, or is it a stretch? Let's find out, because there's another launch from Ariana Grande. Just in time for her latest tour, she has also dropped her best-selling scents as fragrance mist for only $20. Okay, so maybe Marc Jacobs was a little pricey. You've got Rem Beauty, a cherry eclipse amber fruity scent. Cloud Pink, which is a warm and spicy scent. Mod Vanilla is a gourmand musk. And Cloud is also a kind of warm and spicy scent. Wait. Cloud and Cloud Pink, is that the same or different? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and check on that. But $20 for an Ari mist doesn't sound like a bad deal. So if for some reason you couldn't afford the perfume, or maybe you feel like perfume is too strong, I do think the body mist is a good direction to go in. But let me know if you'll be buying it. And we finally made it to the last launch, which I actually don't know what this is going to be, and I would love to hear what you think it's gonna be. Rare Beauty is teasing something new. Selena Gomez dropped a series of photos on her Instagram, and they're very much giving spring, summer, green energy. We're talking sparkly kind of, is this lime green? It's not a neon green, but it's like lime, yellow green. And one of my all-time favorite Selena Gomez makeup looks is this one right here with the green eyeshadow. So when I saw this, I was like, yes, give it to me, because this makeup look is one of the most significant makeup looks that I've ever seen on a celebrity. That's not like the typical red lip or like nude vibes. I love this green eyeshadow. I love the peachy vibes. It very much screams my signature makeup look, and that's kind of what my signature makeup look is almost inspired by. One would assume that this is potentially a promotion for an upcoming eyeshadow palette, or maybe single eyeshadow palettes, but I was a little disappointed because I looked a little bit closer into the photos, and I don't know, y'all. Like, it could be a lip gloss, but then there was a scene where she was holding a flower, and that makes me think it's going to be like a body care item, a fragrance, a mist, or something of that sort. I mean, she could launch an eyeshadow palette and, you know, have flowers in the campaign images, but usually when I see florals in a campaign images and like a certain vibe trying to give you the feeling of something, I usually think of perfume. Like, they were very much screaming perfume, body care ads for some type of scent, fragrance, mists, lotion situation, but it could also be an eyeshadow palette. But usually with an eyeshadow palette, the campaign images are kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me know what you think this rare beauty drop is going to be, and hopefully we find out by next week so I can report back and let you know what this sneak peek was all about. Okay, so that is everything on my radar this week, and now I want to hear from you guys. Pick any product from this video. I know there was a lot, so you don't have to talk about all of them. Pick one or two and drop your first impression in the comments. It could be a good opinion, a bad opinion, or somewhere in the middle. Just keep it kind, sweet, and classy. Just 1 or 2 sentences is really all that's needed about the product, because next week I'm going to come back with a full roundup of everything that you said and we can continue this conversation. But thank you all so much for your continuous love and support. Oh, before I go, don't forget to let me know if you think that this kind of video should be still considered a beauty critiques video, or if I should name it something different, like a beauty recap or something. But I feel like leaving beauty in the name like makes different series a little bit confusing, so if we can get more creative, that would be great too. But I also want it to be clear as to what's happening in these videos. So girlies, I'm gonna need your help with this one. Thank you so much in advance though. Bye.